Is this only a cultural problem, Pete, or is this everywhere
I,
throughout
I
masculinity?
I would imagine that that's men in general. I mean, this this doesn't happen
Like,
in the Latino
can
community.
you walk into Whole Foods and be like, "Man, you need to move out my way before I have to hurt somebody," and the
I'll
man
say
just
this
move
much:
out your way?
if I were rummage, yeah, yeah. If I'm at the grocery store in Newport Coast or down on whatever South Miami, the grocery store on Key Biscayne, it's an insular, highly wealthy environment.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I can do whatever the fuck I want to if I want to. I'm not gonna take that shit over to Liberty City, over to Food for Less on Wilmington. I'm not going over there and doing that shit.
But you don't think none of those white folks up in that particular
I
grocery
know for a
store?
fact because I'm the guy that loses his fucking patience in that environment. I'm that guy.
Mm.
Because when people get mad at me down there, the last time I saw a bar fight in where I come from, for fish story reasons that I didn't tell, I had this bizarre reputation that people thought I was like somebody to really be reckoned with. My friends, of which there were 4, and the opposition was 10, were really wasted, and I really wasn't drinking that night. So I knew that they couldn't defend themselves, right? So I'm like, let me just get my 4 buddies out of here, because if this thing turns into a situation, they can barely walk. They're gonna die. Like, they'll be the first people stomped to death by surfers. So let's get them the hell out of here. So I'm just trying to get them out of there. Of course, the whole shit, everybody in that whole parking lot took shots to the face except me. Nobody would touch me. It was unbelievable. I grabbed guys off of one of my friends, threw them on the ground, looked at him, didn't get up, just stayed there. Look healthy. Just looked at me, didn't want to touch me. It was bizarre. But when you got a lot to lose, you don't want to lose it.
Exactly. And again, man, I just think that we're in the era where people are so full of hubris and braggadocious that they really feel like they're above, almost like they're above anybody actually reacting to what they said. They're used to pretty much saying what they want to and getting on about their business with no type of repercussions.
Right now, in a time where, again, people are saying that, like, oh, rappers is under attack or rapping is a dangerous job, versus understanding these are the people that are the master of words, and it really comes down to the words that they are using. That's something I keep thinking about. Still, can somebody call you a bitch in McDonald's?
No. A man called me a bitch, G, he dying that day.
Like,
I'm
you cut
going to
him in
jail.
line, he like, hey man, I was here first. You like, oh man, it's no problem, I didn't know. Yeah, nigga, yo, bitch ass nigga.
No, bro. We fighting that day. We knuckling up.
You need to see.
Yeah,
You need to see who's the bitch.
Yeah, we gonna have to knuckle up. He gonna have to stand on calling me a bitch. He gonna have to really stand on that day.
How about you, Pete? Is that something you just walk away from?
If they're lucid, I'm gonna make them earn it.
You had to deserve to call you one.
I mean, like if like like guys at the grocery store want money, and I'm like, get the hell out of here. Fuck you, bitch. I'm like, dude, you're a homeless crack, and you don't know what day it is.
And like Peter
But
said, it depends.
You're gonna have to earn it.
If it depends, G, if it's like a
let's say it's the manager.
If the manager, I'm gonna handle that way different. Because you call me a bitch in your store, you feel what I'm saying? If he's gonna lose his job that day for damn sure. Because
what about you, Pete? The manager, like you said, oh no, you get a burger back. I asked for no onions. Oh, I had to make this. I had to make it again.
If you want to take it out of the professional environment, that's fine. I'm not gonna try to act like this is now out of the professional environment, but then try to backdoor it back in. Like, I'm not gonna like act a certain way, dare you to call me some names, and then try to get you fired for calling me some names. But if you want to do that, look, if you want to quit your job here and now, the parking lot's right there. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna call corporate. I won't call corporate. But if you want to quit your job right now, the parking lot's right there.
Yeah, see, and it depends on the it depends on the circumstances. Like you said, the manager might even get knocked out that day. It depends on how, on how it was. Is he mumbling under his breath, and did I hear him when I was leaving?
No, he said it to you.
Oh yeah, you know what, man? Honestly, he might
Like
get
he's trying to degrade you.
he may get slid behind that register that day, dog.
What's some overreacting? Like what's a because now as a gang member, right? People think that you come from a culture of overreacting.
You
What
have to know where you are because to be honest with you, G, and this is just a law, and me just being a more of a thinker now than anything else, you have to recognize what situation you in because honestly, if I'm in the Albertsons and the guy calls me a bitch, if I knock that man out, G, I'm going to jail because it doesn't matter. You can't go around putting your hands on people for words they say to you. That's the law. If a man called me a bitch and I knock him out, he fuck around and hit his head in the counter and die, I'm going to jail for murder, not behind a word. It's a little different. Now, if I'm outside and a dude bumps into my car or whatever like that, say, bitch ass nigga, watch out. Oh, I'm sliding that nigga.
And that's the point. Like that's the subtlety of the snitching conversations we keep having. If you want to keep this in a law enforced environment, keep it in a law enforced environment.
But see, the difference is, hold on, people, let me tell you the difference now. That dude that calls you up, first of all, I'll look at situations. If it's a little 5'9" dude, 150 pounds, soaking wet, and he called me a bitch ass nigga, first thing I'm thinking, this motherfucker got a hammer in his pocket. Or he got a hammer on him. I'm gonna have to whoop his ass because I'm not gonna let him get off of me with the hammer. Who's to say, who's to say if I try to be the bigger man, I don't wind up getting smoked that day? I know that manager in that store, he's not coming with no intentions like that. He's not a threat beyond his word.
For sure.
You understand what I mean? He's not a threat. It's kind of like, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it with this motherfucker in the store. I'm gonna go to jail today. But that dude outside, he very much may have a pistol on his ass. It's some motherfuckers just looking to give it to a motherfucker, Pete. And when you
100%.
Am I right, G? It's some motherfuckers just looking to test a motherfucker.
And that's kind of where I was going with it. If you're in a protected by law environment, you have to understand what is going to happen in that environment. And if you're not, understand what's going to happen in that environment, but don't try to bring the one into the other. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, you can't both, man. You got to leave the gorilla outside sometimes.
Yeah, don't bring the law into...
So you mean it's okay if somebody call you a bitch ass nigga at the Beverly Center?
No,
I'm saying...
It depends on the premise again.
Let's say you in the Beverly Center and you walking with Jazz, your daughter, your wife, and a dude see you and he like, fucking nigger. Like he just see you.
A white
like
dude?
At which place is it okay to just go to jail? To me, that's the separation between being a street, minus the word gang member. Let's take that out of the equation. Let's just say abiding by the laws of the street, where you pretty much have a sense of justice. Which place for a regular person like you, Steele, who's not necessarily into the lifestyle, is like, you know what, this is worth going to jail over.
You know what, G? When you said my wife and daughter with me, my wife and daughter in my presence, and they walking with me, I'm probably gonna walk away from most situations because I'm not gonna put them in no type of danger. You understand what I mean? Because now it's just not me I'm worried about. If I'm by myself and somebody say that, I could whoop this dude's ass and I could deal with whatever come with it, right? But if Jasmine and Maria there, how do I know his homies ain't gonna run out the store? Now my daughter and my wife getting packed out and I'm fighting 2 or 3 dudes. You feel what I mean?
I'll put them in a nigger in front of your wife.
In front of my wife, I'm gonna make sure I get them to safety, dog. And then if I run across dudes again, it is what it is. Yeah. It depends now. If it's me and you walking together and somebody say something out the pocket, oh, it's going down. But if I'm with my daughter, man, and my wife, I can't put them in a situation, bro. I have walked away from situations.
What if he called them nigger lovers? Like he nigger lovers.
He would be able to say what he wanted to, but the moment he encroached, I'm talking about if he came to my wife's face or something like that, oh, he
didn't hit her.
Then. If any threatening matter, he getting fucked up.
You love this nigger?
We going on about our business. Maria not gonna even let me fight him, dog. My wife is not gonna let me fight him. Because that's ignorant, dog. It's like sometimes you have to know when to walk away as a man.
I don't know, man. I think I got to give him what he asked for.
Well, you know what? If you would, I'm gonna tell you, bro. If you with your stepdaughter and with Brandy, dog, you gonna think her way different.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him back up.
You gonna think way different. She's not gonna want to back up though, bro. She's gonna be trying to pull you out the danger. Like fuck, what you talking about? Let's go.
We about to dance. The dance.
See, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. The whole thing, the issue going on this ass.
It's time to get up. Another sunny day.